Salt and light. Pangasinan at saka Baguio. Jesus called us to be the salt and light of the earth. Salt was so valuable back then. Right now, we take it for granted. In the ages before the industrial era, you could trade salt for goods that are valuable. You always had enough laying around, not just to flavor your wife's bland cooking, the other pound per penny, so that we could continue to feed ourselves and our family. As a Spaniard, over 500 years ago, doon, sa archipelago norteño, en las islas de las Filipinas. You may have been asking one of the locals where to get salt. A Tagalog native would reply, Pangasinan. 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 And they would be pointing where my father is from, in the province known as Pangasinan. The province known as Pangasinan. On the plains traveling from Manila Bay towards Dagupan, the major city in Pangasinan, your shipmate's compass point in a northwestward direction. And as your group travels and observes these new lands, they would notice that beyond the hills, towards the right-hand side, there was a light. Inquiring with their guide, the Tagalog-speaking local would point and tell you, doon sa Baguio. Doon sa Baguio. Light. Ang nanay ko tagal sa Baguio. Ang nanay ko tagal sa Baguio. Ang nanay ko tagal sa Baguio. A city on the hill cannot be hidden. You can discover it in the darkness beyond the plains. Jesus called us to be the salt and the light. Jesus called us to be the salt and the light. Jesus calls us to be the salt and the light. Since we call ourselves Christians, how do we interpret that? We're valuable. We're doon and we're dito. And we are His church around the world. And we have a job to do while we are here. We have a responsibility to be of great value to the world. If the world were a penny pound of valuable mutton, that would make a delicious meal. We need to preserve it. Without missing a beat, Jesus also told us that we are the light. Without missing a beat, Jesus also told us that we are the light. Without missing a beat, Jesus also told us that we are the light to make you think about it, he asked, "Who here, after lighting a candle, immediately covers it with a basket? Do you hide your light under a basket after you have lit a candle? Of course not. 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 You use the light so that you can see. You use the light so that you can see. Christians, you cannot and you should not be hidden." Tatay mo tagal na Pangasinan. Nanay mo tagal ni Baguio. Ang pangalan mo, Angel Meneses Jr. Like you, I am called to be the salt and the light. Wherever you are, in all that you do, you can't help but to surrender to His will. And God loves a cheerful giver. And God loves a cheerful giver.